It's 3-3 the record now. This will take potentially these last time these two guys play each other. Bucks, Chiefs. Brady, Mahomes, the two bets. Well, Mahomes actually hasn't done that good since Super Bowl 55 in Madden and in real life.
We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played,
that's actually true.
How the game flows through him. If he's not on the top of his game,
take advantage of the records. Because look, there are a lot of great teams that are defeated, and there's all these other great teams that are undefeated. Last time these guys played, the Chiefs won 30-24. Before that, you know what happened. Super Bowl 55.
He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
First and 10, here's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It's a third that time in the sack, and it brings up second. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on a catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Oh yeah, the other Super Bowl champs taking on the Chiefs.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Forced out to his left. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Well, got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. His his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in the red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff funneled a great field position. And he throws it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. You and I asked to talk to the trainer and see how his arm is going to be.
Ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Now he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Who goes that?
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember the last drive in which they scored a touchdown? That would also begin in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Brady. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for the next drive. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers in last week's game for Graham: 14 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
On second down, it's Graham. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Third down, Graham. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be
Bucks
ugly. And in this
destroying
case, loss of
the
yardage ugly.
On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up. Because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing. Meanwhile, Brady's full here, taken in by Knox. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brady now on 1st down. Evans has it left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, you know, have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got it. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got it.
Smells.
Touchdown,
Smell. Bucks are blanking the Chiefs. The Chiefs. Chiefs look like the Jets.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. He's going to run it here up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. You're being... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there in the catch and run. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Because they have such a big lead, and they get some task action to see the future of what the Bucs look like. Let's get some task action.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
There's tasks.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up, oh.
So very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this run?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down.
Tasks.
Steps away to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Going to get to the line and run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Trask. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Crawford.
Fast.
They'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big play there on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Trask. This is caught by Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Trask now looks to throw on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to to 7.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind
Cass is
from
about to
watching
have
them this
more
afternoon.
touchdown
That's
passes than
impressive.
Mahomes.
They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Quickly here, and that's complete. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
there's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
This game, disappointing for the Chiefs. Chiefs,
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now here comes Kansas City. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waiting moments of this one. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That's into double coverage and intercepted.
Pick off the pass.
And he will stop shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man.
Brady on the side.
Keep firing.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10.
Mahomes, his throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
He's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for
They have a chance. They have a good chance,
They got a setback and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.
Oh, that game was good. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.